Integrating gender and nutrition into agricultural value chains. The objectives of this activity are to explore ways to integrate gender and nutrition into the various stages of a value chain, with an emphasis at each stage on who has access to and control of resources, who makes decisions, and who performs the work, and to confront power relations and entrenched societal norms embedded within the different stages of a value chain. Women and men are likely to have different objectives for participating in agricultural value chains, and different abilities to access and use new technologies and information. Understanding these differences in terms of gender-based opportunities and constraints around decision-making, access to and control of resources, and women's ability to engage with producer groups and with input suppliers and buyers is critical when developing effective agricultural value chains. By understanding the gender and nutrition dimensions along the value chain and increasing women's control of income generated from agricultural production, food security and family nutrition have been shown to increase. A value chain is the range of goods and services necessary for an agricultural product to move from the farm to the final customer or consumer, and includes equipment and input suppliers, producers, local traders and marketers, transporters, processors, exporters, retailers, and consumers. Participants identified local agricultural value chains they would like to work on, such as maize, rice, tomatoes, fish, milk, and poultry. Participants self-selected the value chain they would like to develop. Each group arranged cards in the order they believed the chain to occur. Once they completed the agricultural value chain, the groups identified the roles of men and women at each stage of the chain. Then each group decided the nutritional issues at each stage of the chain, such as loss of nutrition at post-harvest, or lack of access to foods with sufficient protein content for pregnant women. Group presentations focused on recommendations for understanding the impact of gender roles on the value chain, and how nutrition might be improved at each stage of the chain by asking the following questions. Who has access to the resources at this stage? Who controls the resources? Who decides what is happening? Who performs the work? What are the nutritional bottlenecks in the chain for the most vulnerable family members? In what ways can women be more actively involved in the different stages of the value chain? At what stage or stages of the value chain can extension workers have the most influence to address issues of gender and nutrition?